Welcome to Southeastern Spine's Age of Spinal Medicine mini edition. Today, we will see a story of someone maybe like you whose life was limited by back or neck pain, but was able to get back to doing all of the things they love thanks to the Southeastern Spine Institute. We're here at a bowling alley with Emilie Cox. This is one of the last places she ever expected to be because she was in such pain. Emilie, tell me about it.
Well, I had to have back surgery because it was our last resort. We tried everything first, but since surgery, I feel so much better, and this is one of the things I promised my grandchildren we would do. I said, when I get well from this, I'm going to take you bowling, because that's something I hadn't been able to do with them before.
But Emilie's story starts much earlier. She, like so many others suffering with chronic back pain, would try anything before considering surgery.
Because there are so many different things that can cause back pain, it's important to have the proper diagnosis first, because there are different treatments for those different causes of the pain.
When we have the right diagnosis, we also educate the patient what's going on in their back. Do they have stenosis versus a disc bulge versus a herniated disc versus an annular tear? All of those diagnoses are very different, and their treatments can be very different.
Between L4 and L5 is where that disc was pushing out.
While some people may be hesitant to see a doctor, hoping they'll get better on their own, did you know that sometimes there's a simple solution?
Oftentimes patients will put off coming in because they feel like, well, this is just going to get better with time, and they keep putting it off and putting it off.
I find that most patients are afraid that a severe pain may be related to something life-threatening, such as cancer, or may think that because it's a severe pain that they will definitely need a surgery. And that's just not necessarily the case. However, for the small percentage of patients where there is a structural problem that needs to be corrected with a surgery for them to improve, we offer the most advanced, minimally invasive procedure in the country.
I really couldn't do anything that didn't hurt. And I went down to the Spine Institute, and we tried the injections, we tried, physical therapy, I did water aerobics, I got massages, and finally we were just like, we're just gonna have to do a surgery.
Emilie Cox has a couple of very damaged discs in her back. She is somebody who 15 years ago would have had an operation that would have kept her in the hospital for a month.
In their office, they have the monitor there with all your x-rays and MRIs and whatnot. And he said, oh my gosh, he said, you're the perfect candidate for this X-lift. I do this 1,000 times. This will work for you.
Bones, the good news here is
The good news for Emilie is called the X-lift, a minimally invasive surgery performed at the Southeastern Spine Institute. This revolutionary technology involves coming in from the side to avoid the back muscles, helping patients with quicker recovery times and better results.
In her case, we were able to remove these damaged discs without having to cut through the muscles of her back. We were able to do this surgery in such a way that she could go home in hours, not weeks.
They come in from the side, and I have 2 small incisions, maybe one this big and one like that.
By using this minimum access approach, she's able to play with her grandchildren. She's able to get back into activities like bowling.
Well, I've had to learn to listen to my body, and I still do tons and tons of things. I do a lot of my gardening. I play with my grandchildren. I can do anything I want to do. I don't even know where my ibuprofen is.
Seeing her at this stage, given the problem that she had going into it, is pretty gratifying.
After you've been in pain for several years, you appreciate not having it. I couldn't wipe the grin off my face. I kept telling folks, I was like, this is awesome.
And like so many others who've been living in pain for a long time, when they finally do come to the Southeastern Spine Institute, they, like Emilie Cox, are simply thankful.
I'm thankful the Lord put people there for me. Don't make me cry. I got my life back. I got my smile back. I feel like I'm me.
Thanks for joining us. You can watch any of our Age of Spinal Medicine shows by going to southeasternspine.com and clicking Medical Documentary. Southeastern Spine Institute, always one step ahead. Call 866-SPINE-50 for an appointment.